had like a big old bowl of giant bowl. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Dojocast episode 26, you guys. Happy New Year's. Today on the Dojocast, we have an incredible animator, well known for his the smooth animations and a great understanding of complex physics in their animations. We got TJB on, by the way. Welcome, TJB.
Welcome.
Hello.
Was clean.
Yes,
Like
sorry.
that. That's clean. Very good. Very good.
But yeah, TJB, good to have you on, man. So, how was everyone's New Year's?
Mine was pretty good.
Right?
So eventful.
Mine was pretty good.
Great. I mean, I did nothing. I sat in bed, waited for the countdown to go down, and then I went like 1 second after New Year's, I went straight to bed.
Just dove in.
Sorry.
Just min-maxing here.
Yeah. What does everyone else do?
I don't even remember.
Right, you're getting old, Tenna. All right, let's be
I'm
honest.
23.
True.
Not
I'm
in
getting
the head.
old. I'm just okay. Well, you know, it doesn't help the fact that I already own a cane for my fucked up knee.
No way, dude.
No!
I'm so sorry, bro.
So I guess I'm just aging really quickly.
Just,
Amen.
yeah.
It's
so
no, you
for
know,
the
it's
New
no
Year-
wonder people think I'm in my 30s.
the cane's not gonna help.
Yeah,
dude.
no, that's not helping. That's not. No.
Oh, but yeah, but like when the when the countdown went down and then you hear fireworks.
Yeah.
Dude, I heard gunshots along with fire. I know how how gunshots kind of sound like fireworks, but I can tell the difference, man. Like, do you guys know the difference between
Yeah.
fireworks and gunshot sounds?
Yeah.
Explain it. Explain the difference.
Gunshots sound like little crackles, and fireworks have more of like a boom sound.
Mm-hmm.
And
Can
I
you,
heard
Can you like make the noise with your mouth?
it's like a pew. I can't do it, but it sounds very distinct. So only in America can you hear the gunshot noises. I hope so. But yeah, we were all
That's
getting
pretty
down.
wild.
We were on the floor.
Somebody was shooting off like literal cannonballs near me because it was just like ginormous explosion sound. There was no like pop in the sky or anything. It just huge. I had to have been like a hand grenade. I don't even understand. It doesn't make any sense how big of an explosion sound. So I don't know
We
what
had
the
one
fireworks they were
firework
shooting.
that was insane.
What?
It's like 'cause
One fi-
you know, like rests, like the average ones at 12, are just like pop, and then like crackling and stuff. And then
Yeah.
there's one that just like actually shook the ground.
And all the car alarms
that's
go
what I'm
off.
talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh my god, dude, I hate those.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't see it, but holy shit, you felt it.
Man, this is
yeah.
a little off topic, but like in this last 4th of July, a family member is really into fireworks, and we try to do all the ones that stay on the ground. And then as soon as he was lighting this very last one, he wanted it to be the finale. He's like, by the way, this one might be slightly illegal. And then I happened to be, it went up into the air, and it happened to go right above where I was sitting.
No.
Wow.
So that was
I mean,
fun.
was it cool?
It was cool, but like freaked me out a little bit.
Did you die?
I was like, wow, that's awesome, but now I gotta go change my pants.
Yeah. I have an interesting story that I have to share that was from yesterday because I was incredibly scared, probably the most scared I've been in a long time, because out of nowhere on my phone, we got an alert that there's a nearby tornado.
Oh,
Damn.
Okay, what's unique about that is we don't get tornadoes at all. We
Yeah,
don't
'cause you're in
have
California.
basements. We don't have, there's zero protection for any tornado because it's not a thing that happens. You know how there was a tornado a couple weeks ago in San Francisco, and that was the first
Yeah.
recorded one in like ever? Well, there's
Yeah.
been 3 tornadoes in the last like 200 years. There was that one, and then this one, and then one from like the 1800s. So,
Jesus.
and it was huge. We went outside. I got video footage of it, and it was it looked like Mordor. It was like this huge monstrous cloud with tons of electricity, lightning blasting
Wait,
through it.
Can you send that video in chat or like?
Okay, I can. I can. Hold on.
Ooh, okay. If you're comfortable with that.
No, 100% I am, because it's literally like I'll show you what it looked like directly outside of my house.
Okay. Well,
from my backyard. Yeah, this is where I promise you. Because again, this is not something that is ever supposed to happen here. And I felt my knee-jerk reaction was like, we have to just figure out the path it's traveling, because it was like 10 minutes away. So.
Oh my god.
And I have a bunch of animals and stuff, so I'm like, what do I? Okay. So it was terrifying because I don't know what I could possibly do. Like I said, we're not situated in any way, shape, or form for it. So I'm trying to see if I can forward it. 1 second.
Okay. So the buildings just aren't made for tornadoes, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well that and we don't have any of like if you're in Tornado Alley, they have tornado basements and they have like shelters and stuff that you can go to.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like, not that it doesn't suck if your house is ripped up, but you at least have a shelter that you can stay in and you'll be fine. We don't have any of that because we literally don't have any basements here because the ground is too hard and they just don't want to do it. I don't know why, but we just don't have them. I had to put it in Discord as a video. I don't have it like linked somewhere, so hopefully that is usable.
Here we go.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, I see it.
Just missed a big one.
Okay, wait. Is it cool if I put the audio on or should I leave it off? Okay, wait. Let me.
It really doesn't. I think just Lexi talking about it.
Okay.
And see, you can see if you even just skim through, you'll see like and it just kept going.
Oh, it's right in the middle.
That looks like the end of the world right there.
Yeah, and it was out of nowhere. And actually, what's funny is my chickens knew about it before the phone did.
Wow.
Like, Lexi messaged me and she was like, the chickens are freaking out, and they don't say anything unless, like, they don't verbalize anything unless they need to for something, right? Mm-hmm. So usually I have to check and see if there's like a predator or something out there. So then as I'm getting up to go check, our phones are just blasting like, hey, there's a tornado. Good luck. What? Go outside and I see that. Wow. It was out of nowhere. Oh, this is literally, we're in the valley. It just appeared. It's otherwise a nice day.
You know where that was on the scale?
I have no idea. But yeah.
Oh, it's a good thing everyone's all right.
Yeah. So anyways, tornado. Yeah, and so it just shaved off 10 more years out of my life for sure, and stress immediately.
Wow. Anyway, hi TJB.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm glad to be here.
I have tornadoes for New Year's.
How you doing, TJ? What did you do for New Year's?
We flew around a lot. I visited my sister for a bit, and then we got drunk and played board games.
That's
nice.
What board games?
Nothing wrong with that. There's some family time, you know.
Articulate? Well, you try to say the word without, like, you have a word and you have to try and tell your teammates what the word is, but you're not allowed to say
the actual
word.
Yeah, I've played those kinds of games before.
That's pretty good. I just like
okay.
Want to get as many of those as you can.
Nice.
Those are fun. I love board games.
Yeah,
very nice.
Yeah.
Alrighty, then shall we get right into it?
Yes.
Yes, we shall, because we have a lot to cover.
We have a lot to cover. Yes, we do. So we always like to start off with a little bit of an introduction. So if you could introduce yourself and what do you do? What are you known for, TJB?
Sorry.
You're totally fine. Yeah, take your time. No worries.
Got me on a podcast to talk. What?
Yeah, right. Dude,
I thought you would just.
I get nervous
for me.
every podcast.
Just talk at me, please.
Yeah. But I guess just how did you first get into animation? I guess that's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I think it was like doors.
Yeah.
Wait, shit. I've never seen that one in a while. That was like 11 years ago, I think.
11 years ago.
Oh.
Wow. So you must have been like a teenager.
It was like 10, I think.
10. Dude, this keeps happening.
It's like a meme at this point. It's
Welcome
10 or
to
12
the
every
10
time.
Club.
If you turn 13, there's no hope to start animating.
We get an Ellen chat. No.
I started like when I was 18. Like that's insane.
That's crazy. It's like getting your superpowers late.
Yeah. So you got into it when you're around 10 years old. What kind of inspired you? Like the first thing that inspired you to get into it?
It must have been Doors or like some other animation.
Oh, Doors, the collab.
Okay.
Good. I think that's what got me into stick figures, but just like movies and stuff, and how they did choreography. That was what sparked an interest in just like creating.
Mm-hmm.
And then seeing this, I was like, oh, animation.
Cool.
I don't need like actors to do shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I just started doing stuff.
Did you ever were you ever in a Doors part?
I was in Doors 5 way
Doors
later
5.
on.
Oh man.
Oh, I guessed it because I didn't know the dojo existed. I just saw this and was like, oh, I guess one guy is just doing this whole thing. That's cool.
Oh
One
my
guy
god,
with a million styles.
Yeah, that mentality back in the day, especially in like 2015 when that was a super popular take. Where all the viewers thought that you were the only animator.
Yeah.
I still get people going like Hyun.
Yeah, but you changed the channel name from Hyun's Dojo to Hyun's Dojo Community,
Yeah,
and people still
That's
don't get
exactly why I changed the title of the entire channel just because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Kids don't read anyway.
People still think I make all the animation.
No, they're like, wow, his last name is Community. That's so cool.
Mr. Community.
Mr. Community, you're amazing.
Oh man. So like, what kind of was your biggest inspirations then when it comes to animators? Did you have anyone that you really liked?
Oh, people.
Like their styles?
So long ago now. I probably Guz, to be honest.
Guz, yeah.
Yeah,
he's solid answer.
He's a good one. I mean, a lot of people talk about. Yeah.
It was more just like movies, like Kingsman and stuff like that.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Kingsman is like their fight scenes are so much like stick figure animation.
They're iconic.
Exactly, yeah.
Way. Oh my god.
But
so free flowing and stuff like that. Like the camera, how it just doesn't cut. Oh.
Yeah. And I think their stunt team was from Jackie Chan's stunt coordinators.
Really?
I think, yeah, which is why it's like it's so similar to that kind of like stick figure style. I think it was directed. The stunt was actually the choreographer was what was his name? Brad Allen, and he worked under Jackie Chan's stunt team, which is really cool.
interesting.
Sick.
I just can't, dude. The church scene is
Yeah.
also gets me from
Yeah.
Kingsman. Oh my,
The scene, man,
That's
is
one of my
iconic.
favorites. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, I feel like that movie. I feel like that movie was responsible for starting a lot of the stylistic action sequences, at least in film.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I watched. Have you guys seen Free Guy? Not Free Guy. Fall Guy.
Fall Guy.
yeah.
No, I haven't seen it
Yeah.
yet.
No, I
Fall
haven't
Guy
seen
movie,
it. Dude.
Oh my god, there's like all the fight scenes in there are phenomenal.
Really?
There's one that takes
gotta
place in like a club that has a little bit of VFX in it, and you gotta watch it. You gotta see it.
Really?
It's so good. Anyway,
So good.
But yeah,
So-
I really like the push for paying attention to choreography, especially in like Hollywood movies, because way too many Hollywood movies would get their action scenes. They wouldn't pay enough attention to it. There's like too many cuts and all that. But I'm glad, movies like Kingsman and what's it called, Fall Guy and all that, they pay attention to choreography, and it kind of takes off. And other studios kind of try to copy that.
Mm-hmm.
We need more of those, man.
It's for the better. I like the change that's happening.
Yeah.
This is something completely unrelated, but I have to know what. I might just be the last one to know this, but what does TJB stand for?
Oh, it's it's my full name.
Oh, okay.
It is. Okay.
It's legitimately.
You don't have to
just
share
your
that. You
initials.
know,
Okay,
you
no,
don't
no,
have to share that.
and your full name is
My
what?
address-
Yeah.
No.
Last for your social. I mean Was that always your alias from like the jump?
Yeah, no, I've never changed my name.
Yeah,
Whoa.
honestly,
Wow.
makes sense. Makes sense.
Minimalism.
Minimalism, 100%. That you're like you're min-maxing stick figures right away
From the get-go.
from the
Don't-
jump.
At least you didn't make my mistake and called yourself Flying Panda 1990.
Oh, dude, I wanted to change my name from Hatena 360 because it's just from Flipnote Hatena. So my name
Yeah.
isn't even my name.
Good for you,
But then
name.
I got recognition and it was too late.
It's too late. I can't now.
I mean, did you have a name in mind if you did want to change it to Hatena?
No, I didn't. Like by the time I could even start thinking about it, I started getting too many followers. I was like, well, that would
Like-
just be a bad branding decision.
I mean, I wanted to change my name at one point too because Hyun is such a common name, especially in like the Asian
Yeah.
countries.
I googled
So if you
Hyun
try-
earlier.
Yeah, if you
can't
search
find
Hyun, I don't come up ever
it's just a
unless
bunch
I'm
of
like
Korean guys.
yeah, it's just all a bunch of beautiful Korean men.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh man, maybe I should get this changed, but I don't know. I'm living with it.
Anyway.
I'm living with it.
Community assigned brand.
You choose something intentionally impossible to Google. You're like, yeah, my alias is Nintendo 64. Nice to meet you guys. Anyways, you can call me 64,
Flying
but
Panda.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
there's
no.
some people who in this community who name themselves like Stick Animator
Yeah.
24.
Yeah.
yeah, good luck. Like that pivot fight. Remember, it was
Yeah.
the episode before where, yeah, pivot fight was the title. Is my favorite. Good luck finding it.
Yeah.
Impossible to
Oh my
Google.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you said you
TJB 's
got
pretty
started.
unique, I thought.
TJB. Oh, it is. Oh, like, well, I think that the shorter
Just
your
a
name
name.
is, the better. But people
I
don't
love
usually
short
use
names.
letters. You know, they try to think of like a short name or something. But it's harder and harder to get an alias that is just like one syllable, much less even one word. So just
I
doing
know.
initials is brilliant.
I think any name that is like 4 characters long is good. And 3 characters, even better.
Yeah.
So-
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
do you have a hard time signing up for places? Like when you're in an account?
Oh my god. Yeah. They're like, this must be 4 letters or more.
Oh yeah, dude. Some sites actually
Oh.
do that.
TJB 123 or some shit. It's so annoying.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So you said you got started, about 11 years ago. You said roughly, ish. Okay. So how did you join Hyun's dojo, and were you in any other communities like before that?
I don't think I was. I just like did my own thing for what, like 4 years?
Wow, really? So
Wow.
you're solo for a
Isolated.
while then.
I'm like,
So were you just kind of like what are they called? Like was it roamers? Or what's it called?
rumors.
Lurkers?
Lurkers.
Lurkers.
Yeah.
Roamer.
Roamers.
Roamer.
Nomads.
Yeah, I'm a nomad.
So-
Don't mind
so
me.
you
Yeah,
were
I
a-
look at the dojo every now and then. Be like, oh, cool.
So you were
I
a
look at the
lurker
community
for
and
like
shit like that.
many years, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did kind of feel like that to me as well. Like I had heard your name every now and then, but then you started releasing Broke Floor, and then, at least from my perspective, it felt like you started like blowing up in the community. So like you kind of did just like kind of pop out of nowhere.
That yeah, I do notice that.
Yeah.
I was just like,
I didn't-
who's TJB? I mean, he's getting some features.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad you
One
kind
day I
of
just realized it was a community.
yeah yeah.
Wasn't
There are
that guy.
people there? They've been there for years. What?
Dude, you don't understand. Like when I first saw like collabs with Stone, Mikul, Turquoise, and all that, I thought they were a group of 35-year-old Disney animators just uploading
That's so
things in like a small group, like a private group. I had no idea they were just like young kids in a small community.
Yeah, that's
Doing
how I
stuff.
viewed the entirety of the dojo when I found it originally, because I thought
Yeah,
the
you
feature
Oh, this
system
thing.
worked as like, you have to be invited to this group called Hyun's Dojo, and then you guys just make videos together, and they get
Yeah.
released on the channel. But like,
a lot.
it was more like a submission based thing on the website.
Yeah, a lot of people still think that. Like they think Hyun's Dojo is a private group.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. We hate you.
Yeah, we hate So, lurking for a while and then joining the community, how do you feel like being part of the community has affected you, or has it affected you?
Affected me. I think it's nice to have like community as a like just in general to bounce ideas off of and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
But
you
I
join
think
a
the
lot of
main
collabs and
difference
stuff,
would
right?
be- Yeah, collabs exactly.
Yeah.
Just like doing stuff together, and then also having deadlines. That's a huge part. Like
Yeah.
other people forcing you to finish your shit
Yes.
is very
Being bullied
preacher.
is very important.
Big preacher
exactly
of that.
being bullied in a good way. I'm glad I joined late though. Well, there's like pros and cons, I guess. Because
Oh yeah.
you know, like kind of knowing how to animate before, like when I joined, I
Yeah.
was being bullied or some shit like that. I was able to join collabs for the most part.
Yeah, so you kind of came into it after you've kind of learned the fundamentals and stuff like that.
I had like a style more or less laid out, so I wasn't just copying people.
Yeah.
But you kept your animations like more to yourself until a certain period. When was that? When did you cross that threshold? When you started publishing stuff?
True.
Maybe like the 5-year mark when I had some confidence.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
think
Yes.
it's like the difference in workflow helped a bit to like actually have a submission that's the right time, like a full
Mhm.
length.
Yeah.
Just being able to stick to something continuously.
What year do you think that was where you started to post stuff?
I don't know, when did thing happen?
When did thing?
Good
When did-
question.
You thing getter. I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
29. No, that feels a bit late.
Yeah, I think so
2018,
too.
2017, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird
Really?
because in my perspective, it felt like I definitely had heard of you for like a few years. Like I remember you made an entry for Stuntman 1, right? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Hyun, are you okay?
Tornado was back. Oh god.
No, but you made an entry for Stuntman 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the first time I had properly heard of you. But then I kept seeing you pop up in collabs every now and then, and it took a while for you to post your first like full-length individual animation. So like, was that a matter of building confidence, or what was
I
that?
think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Just being, I guess, having my own ideas.
Yeah.
Wanting to
Honestly,
be able to-
there's nothing
wanting
wrong
to-
with that.
No, there's not.
Kind of lurking for a few years, trying to build your own skills, and then like once you feel confident, you can kind of introduce yourself. I feel like that's kind of what I did a little bit, because I did practice a lot before even saying anything in any forum, you know. Because
Yeah,
it's
I mean-
true. Like if you're just, I mean, I don't want to, I don't want to say it's true, but like if you have like zero skills and then you kind of post something, I mean, some people,
Yeah, you can get dunked because
yeah,
your perspective changes over time with wherever you're at and what you're doing. And so what you think is like the best thing you've ever made and is incredible and that everyone's gonna love it, if you could zoom out, it might actually be awful, and people would be like, yeah, that's actually, you need to improve on all these things, and it could just crush your soul if you're like, oh, but this is the best thing ever made by anyone. What do you mean? No one's made anything this good. So yeah, there is something to be said about being able to kind of like build a little more confidence in your what you're putting out there.
I like
Just so
that.
you can kind of
Yeah, 'cause I had
avoid
no
that.
experience in animating, and then I joined the dojo, and I was like, "Hey guys, here's my awesome animation," and then they shat on it. I probably would just stop animating.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want to do this now. Yeah, this is awful. I
Yeah.
thought I spent 27 hours straight on this. I think it's amazing, and the only one thing I got in reply was, "This is the worst thing I've ever seen."
You literally
I don't-
suck.
I don't think that's the case though, because like
No, that
I feel
probably
like most new animators when they post something, it's like 3 frames with like half a stick figure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
it's
those
there's,
kinds of
critique
guys
this.
are talked down upon because there's I feel like there's just no effort put into it to begin with. But like I can totally tell if like a new animator put a lot of effort and work into something, and I totally don't mind seeing that, like that kind of stuff. But yeah, most of the time it's like 3 frame animation, line background,
Yeah, what do you
stick
think about
figure
that?
with no head.
The funniest thing that
Oh my
I
God, yeah.
find in those is when they post an animation like that and then also ask for critique and feedback. It's
Exactly.
like, what are we supposed to say? I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna take longer to say something and reply than it did for you to make this and upload it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people want to see results quicker than they want to improve.
Exactly. So
Sure.
focusing on yourself is big,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and it worked out because I'm literally mesmerized by this show reel that you were playing before. I was getting,
Oh
I
yeah.
was zoning out.
Yeah, I've just been watching this.
Yeah.
It's
so,
so
okay,
good.
Yeah.
So
what are we talking about?
broke floor.
Yeah.
Ah.
Talk about broke floor.
Broke floor 1.
Broke floor.
Bloke floor.
So yeah, let's talk a little bit about broke floor, because this is your longest running series, I think, right? With 4 episodes or official episodes. And
Yeah.
yeah, so so the people who don't know broke floor, like kind of what is it about, and kind of what inspired you to make something like that?
Well, the first one started off as not really a story, just this goofy choreography inspired by. You remember Lyle's doors part, where he falls down after breaking the floor.
I don't.
In which doors?
What? Oh, probably doors 5.
Oh.
No.
Well, we can't bring that up.
I mean, we could. We just couldn't play the audio because that's what got it
Re-upload it,
removed.
man.
Oh yeah, someone did re-upload it.
Oh, did they?
Anyway.
It's still
Yeah.
up?
Yeah, someone uploaded it on a different YouTube channel and it's still up. Yeah.
What the heck?
So get them, Hyun. Attack.
Kill them.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Hey, I'm happy as long as it's up, because they took
Yeah.
ours down.
Yeah, they did.
That's-
Yeah.
I'm still salty about that. But yeah,
No, anyway.
So-
So I
it's
added
Lyle.
that, and I was like, man, what if I made a sequel? So I added a sequel, and then only after that, I was like, wait, this should have a story before I start making episodes. So I redid the whole thing.
Yeah.
Wait, you redid it entirely?
Yeah.
What?
Oh wow.
And then I retroactively, so I changed the first one. There was before that video, there was another video.
Oh yeah, this one was released 2 months ago. Let me find the original
Yeah.
one.
I don't think the original one's up anymore.
What?
Unless, no.
I just really,
I
we
don't
didn't even
want people
mention
getting confused about seeing 2 Broke Flow 1 episodes. You know?
I guess that's fair, but like you could have titled the original as like old.
Wait, so there's 2 broke floors once?
Yeah. So it's like the same narrative pretty much, except I changed one of the relationships so that it's clear they have a previous history.
Oh, got it.
That's the only change.
Okay.
Gotcha. So you retconned it.
Yeah.
I retconned it, that's it.
Okay.
So the series is about people heisting and stealing tables because it's so stupidly said.
That gives off very ice
That's
cream
enough.
energy, like John's
that's all I
Ice Cream
need.
series.
That's what I was saying. It reminds me a lot of Ice Cream,
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I like that show.
just because of how random it is, and just the I don't know, like the hierarchy of stick figures that you fight and all that. Like,
Oh, like random people to boss.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's always fun.
I wish I could pull up ice cream, but Jom's channel was terminated.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Has he got any over that? Did YouTube even reply?
They did. They believe that Jom was intentionally doing something malicious, but I think he got hacked, and they just didn't believe him. But anyway.
Oh, dumb.
Yeah. It is dumb.
Anyways, we'll switch gears a little bit away from Broke Floor, but was there something we're going to be watching today as well? I want to interject that. So I don't remember if we were going to watch something that me and Hyun hadn't seen. Did that have to do with Broke Floor?
Yeah, there's the most recent Broke Floor. I guess not Broke Floor 1, technically, but it was Brokers.
Oh, yeah.
Brokers is a part of the Broke Floor series, right?
Yeah. It's before the first episode.
Okay, should we watch that right now and just get their reaction?
Yeah,
Wait, so-
I'd like to do that. This is the one that came out 2 months ago, right?
Yes, it came out 2 months ago.
Okay, yeah, because we were supposed to see that. Hey, this would be the perfect
Oh, you
time.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't
Yeah,
seen it.
me and
They
Hyun
haven't seen it. I can't play the audio because all the music is copyrighted, unfortunately. But
Yep.
the animation is still great. But if you want, viewers at home, if you want even more of the experience, there are some synced portions in this, right?
Yeah.
So I'd say, it's so worth watching it with audio. So please go watch it on her channel.
Wait, I don't think I linked it. Wait, do you have a link for that? That's right.
Yeah. Let me drop it. I'll put it in our group chat. But shut up and watch.
Oh my god, the background.
And just imagine there's fitting music.
The shading? What the?
Oh yeah, no.
What?
The quality shift is so dramatic.
Whoa.
So this was made for my CGI course final.
Oh, got
Did they
it.
lose their mind when they saw this?
They were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Good. That's the appropriate response.
Because most student submissions are like 20 seconds.
Dog water. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this
Also without sound
This
from
is 4
something.
minutes. You made a whole short film in like how long?
Well, no, like
I remember this shot. I remember you posting this shot.
shot.
Oh my
this,
God.
This one's so cool. Wait.
It is very cool.
oh, I gotta show
Like it's so simple, but like the composition is beautiful.
Oh.
But yeah, but like
The
how long did this take? Like how many months?
it. 4, I think, for the whole thing.
4 months.
Wow, that's so fast.
That
4
is
minutes?
Incredible. All on
A
your
minute
own?
per
Did
month?
Did you get any help with this?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
Oh,
Actually, I wasn't allowed. That's why.
Oh yeah. Well, because that was your course final, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
makes sense.
So these stick figures are actually 3D rigs, right?
Yeah. So part of the submission was that I had to make a rigs and then
Yeah.
talk about it, like specific purposes and all that.
By the way, if you wanted to download TJB's stick figure rigs, you actually can for free. Yeah, and I actually linked it in the video. So if you guys use Blender at all or any 3D, you can download these very stick figure rigs.
Which we're in.
Look at
Blender.
this.
Look at that!
This is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
wait. Shut. I'm playing that back. Shut up and watch it.
What the hell?
Yeah. Shut the hell
I know
up.
this is a podcast,
What
but shut the hell up.
Like, look at that. Oh man.
That's so cool. I like.
Like most stick figure animators focus on like action choreography, but like while that is still technically action, like no one does that.
No.
No one just does flips.
Still using a big old mitten finger, just
Yeah.
Pressing every button, that's what you don't say.
Yeah.
But I like these stick figure rigs because it just looks like your
Wait.
average 2D stick figure.
Okay, I'll let this play. But
Yeah.
did his
That's
No
much
name
better.
tag
shot.
say? Does the name say Becky?
That-
Is that what I think it is?
yeah.
Yeah.
He got a raise after that.
Awesome.
This is crazy.
Yeah,
Context:
it's-
Becky is what we call Alan Becker on the
He
team.
doesn't.
Some of us, but
That's great.
He hates it. It's great.
It's great.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Dude, this is
Oh, I
insane.
love
Yeah,
that
stuff
shot
like this is
so
so
much.
cool.
What do you
Oh
mean?
my god.
Yeah, so if it didn't have a deadline, I would have done so much more fighting.
Did
Like so,
okay.
because 3D
Oh,
choreography,
man.
I've barely scratched the surface, and I really want to.
Wow.
So
That's right.
you had to play this in your class, like as like a presentation, essentially.
Yeah, I get to present this. And
Oh, wow.
Did anyone
that's
have
so
to go
cool.
after you? Did anyone have to go after you?
like 3 people, I think.
Oh, I feel bad for them.
I would hate to be those.
Oh, no, some of them did crazy shit.
Oh,
I made a game and I made a cinematic.
I can't believe that they would get anywhere close to this. I'll be honest, I can't imagine. This is crazy. Your
Wow.
teacher must have just been starry-eyed the whole time, just like, oh boy.
Yeah. So what grade did you get on it?
B minus.
Like a
You got a B? Is that what you said?
I got A plus.
Okay,
okay,
good.
Uh,
I was gonna
Good.
freak out, dude. What the?
Man.
I like.
I
how
love
you-
this shot. Okay, sorry.
So good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay. We're gonna get into the 3D portion discussion a little bit here, but I wanted to switch gears for a little bit first and talk about your character Whiplade. Who is Whiplade?
Yes, Whiplade.
A very, very original character.
This is
What-
insane.
My
Like this,
God.
this Whiplade animation.
Oh
This
my
is actually
God.
my favorite animation.
Oh man, and it's all in perspective. Like that's
I could talk about
difficult
this
to
for-
do.
100 hours. I could
I can't-
watch and talk about this.
I can't tell what's 3D and 2D anymore. Like honestly, when it comes to animation,
This
Is
is
this-
this
is
is
this-
2D, right? This is animate.
this is
Yeah,
2D.
this is before I learned Blender.
Okay.
I mean, this has to
Like-
be
You
difficult to
have
do in 2D.
you have just such an insanely natural and amazing understanding of movement and characters and
Oh.
God, what's the other thing? Proportions. Like a lot of people,
Foreshadowing.
myself especially, a lot of people struggle with proportions for a
This
while.
is
But like
this is
everything
difficult.
just so solid.
Like a stick figure walking in towards the camera at an angle is, I think, one of the most difficult things to do
Without a doubt.
because it's a 2D stick figure that's supposed to just be sideways, but
Yeah, 'cause
it's
you're really
walking
just
in
working with
perspective.
silhouettes.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
hard to get that depth across. So how do
That's
you
a
tackle something like this? Like, what are the steps you take? I know we're supposed to be talking about the character, but I want to know like the science behind the action.
Well,
Or do you have just such a great understanding of animation that you just do it?
nowadays I just do it, but there still are like a lot of rules that I had to figure out beforehand.
I mean,
So like, so with the feet, it's like the decelerating, I guess.
mhm.
Let me play some
If
slow
that makes,
mo.
like, so the front leg, where it's like where the heel is positioned is put moving forwards like faster, as opposed to when it's further away, or like quote further away.
Yeah, like there's such a, I mean, especially for a weapon like this, there's such a deep level of understanding that you need to have with the string and how the momentum's carried when it changes directions, wrapping around a limb.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you've watched tons of references of like rope dart and stuff like that, right?
Yes, exactly. Media hammer
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Okay. So you use a
I've-
lot of references in most of your animations, or
When doing new stuff, definitely. But then I like store it in my
Okay.
archive.
I have to ask, hyperfantasia
No.
or
Yeah,
aphantasia,
I knew it was
Fantasia
coming.
question.
Oh boy,
We
here
have
go.
to know. We have
Fantasia
to know.
question, because I need to know how your brain operates when you do this
Yeah.
stuff. Are you familiar with the term aphantasia?
Does it mean you can't imagine stuff?
Yeah, you can't picture stuff. You can imagine stuff. You can't
Yeah.
build
I've heard
a
you talk about
physical
that.
picture in your head.
Okay, right.
So if I tell you to picture a blank canvas of a whiteboard in a classroom with one solo light in that room, 2 people in there, maybe just sitting in the corner talking. Can you picture that room perfectly?
Yes.
Why, like, mate, like, do you struggle building the picture? Do you have to put in much effort,
What do you
or is
mean
it pretty
perfectly?
effortlessly? Like as
Fully
if you,
rendered?
as if you saw it with your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it.
Okay,
Hey,
so that probably helps here, but like, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm on the
Oh,
same
yeah,
level,
absolutely.
but like, I still wouldn't know where to start. Like, do you build guidelines for the floor and like trackers for how fast the floor is moving? I don't, because it's a pure white background. How are you doing this?
Is this straightforward animation? That's a good question.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't think so. Oh, no, it would have been if it was back then.
This is just straight ahead.
This was July
When was it?
2023.
Oh, that's actually no. Okay, so that would have been post to post then.
Okay.
Oh, so you do
Interesting.
post to post. So
That's even crazier though to me. That's even harder for me.
it is.
Or it's like
But
you do choppier straight ahead, and then move that around to be better, and then in between better.
So you did in betweens for this?
Yes, I think so.
Got it. Interesting.
No way I did that straight ahead. That's like that would kill me.
Yeah. This kills
Well,
me
that's-
thinking about it.
This tells me, like, yeah, like I have like 100 more questions. I could do the whole episode on this.
Yeah, on just this one video.
Just
yeah.
this on loop.
If
Like,
you get the rest of
100%.
the questions, getting to the bottom of it.
I feel like if I had to recreate this, I would have to do it straight ahead, in my opinion.
I would have to do it straight ahead too. There's no way. I'd mess it up. Everything would end up being really awkward and different pacing, I think.
I would have to just use a bunch of guidelines and like planning to help me. 'Cause the perspective is really what throws me off on all this. Like, not only
Because
are you
it's
dealing with the extremely accurate physics of the rope and the blade, but you're doing it all in perspective.
And it's okay, we're not even acknowledging also it's not straightforward. It's at an angle straightforward. That's so
Yeah.
much worse than just straightforward. That's what and the reactions have to be in that same perspective also.
Dude, I think I'm gonna be
I
sick,
think
bro.
no,
It
I
does
think
make me
it's more
sick.
difficult when it's like directly at the camera, because then how do you know? Like,
Oh yeah, is
You-
it more
I
difficult to
think
build
you
a
lose
silhouette
depth.
there?
yeah, like if you're having the stick figure, like their foot moving backwards, it doesn't. It's hard to show whether it's like off the ground or just like
True.
further behind.
That is true.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That is
Okay, I
true.
see.
That
I
is
do
true.
agree.
I could see that.
I think what sells this so well is because of the dead stick figures on the ground.
Yeah.
Right,
Moving
yeah.
into perspective. I feel like if you kind of take those out, I can kind of see. I mean, I don't see anything at that. Like, it's. I mean, it's. I think you made a very good decision making those bodies move
Yeah.
in perspective as well. I think.
Yeah, 100%. Because they like vanishing point together in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, helps
Very
build the scene definitely.
Anyways, so Whiplade.
Yeah. We play.
Yes, the character.
Who the hell is
Sorry.
Whiplade?
We derailed a little bit.
So he is a duelist of mine that I've had for maybe 6 years, and he has a knife and a wire, and he can use these to fight in many different fighting styles. So it's like roped up, but also just knife combat, and then like I don't know, just wrapping around to have body armor. So
Yeah.
very versatile, but he's not that strong. So he has to figure out different ways to fight just to survive.
Does he have any powers or anything, or is just kind of just very skilled?
Nah, he's just duking it out.
He's just a Duke Nukem, eh?
Just a dude.
That's really cool. And do you kind of have like a story for Whiplade, or is he just kind of like a character that you use to fight people?
Yes, I do have a story. Got like 10, 11 episodes, I think, planned. That's
Wow.
Oh,
So you have
Wow.
stuff written out for Whiplade already.
Yeah.
That's kind of like me, man. Like I have a bunch of
Oh,
story
okay.
stuff, but just not really. Nothing's really.
Yeah, I'm scared I'm gonna like make the first episode and be like, fuck, I should have done everything differently.
Dude, I get the same feeling.
Yep.
There's that fear of like, oh man, what if I could have written this character a little bit better?
Yeah. What if?
You could always make an episode 1 asterisk, you know?
And then delete it later on.
Okay, this is the 17th episode 1. Guys, I think we got it this time. Episode 1 again.
I
Episode 1.
would love to duel your character with Yo-Yo because it's just like,
Yes!
Oh,
such
yeah.
I
That's
just
all.
love
That's all.
the
That's all she was here for.
love the style of like 2-stringed weapons fighting and see how that goes. I think that'd be so cool.
My guy would win though.
Oh hell no, I don't think so.
No,
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Man.
the wires would get tangled up, and then my guy would just disconnect the knife, and then your guy would be fucked.
True.
Hey man, Yo-Yo can disconnect things too.
Oh,
Listen.
No, that's trademark.
That's true, TM.
oh man, yeah. Yo-Yo versus Whiplade. That'd be cool.
Hey, maybe.
You want to do that in like 7 years?
Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that.
Write that down.
I do want to animate that because that sounds really fun to animate.
Yeah.
2032. Set the
Let's do it.
trailer's timeline now.
All
2032.
right. Do you want to maybe give us a little teaser of what their story might be, or do you want to keep that as far under wraps as possible?
Oh yeah. Okay. So. Oh. Well, it relates to the end of Broke Flow, but I think I can just. I'll be a bit more vague. So every episode, there's a new guy he has to battle, but he learns something new from them, and then fights a little differently based on that. So he's like taking what his opponent does, and like adapting to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the idea is that he builds this archive of fighting styles to defeat someone later on in the final episode who's like really scary. And he meets people along the way, etc., etc. I want like recurring characters and stuff like that. I think that's just.
I love
That's
that.
so cool. Yeah, I like that. I'm glad you're thinking of a story, like a storyline.
Oh, and it's gonna be
It
3D
brings
as
them to
well.
life.
because
Oh,
Of
3D
course.
choreography is gonna fuck hard.
So are you still doing 2D animation, or are you fully moving into 3D?
And it's like, I think I'll do 2D for collabs and full body and stuff like that, but otherwise I don't really see a point. Because just like having 3D backgrounds and rigs and weapons
It's
and all
just
that
easier.
ready, yeah, it's just ready, easier.
Okay. I mean, if you know how to do it, I guess, you know.
Yeah, true.
But like, is it more of like an it's easier thing, or do you like the aesthetic of it being in 3D more? Because I get what I kind of the feeling I get from watching Brokers, especially, is like it most of the time it feels like what you try to achieve in your 2D animations, but it's just done in 3D. So when you're doing 2D animations, are you already trying to achieve a 3-dimensional look, or does your style just happen to translate well?
Oh, yeah, I think the whole time I've been imagining in 3D, so having to force it into 2D has always been just annoying.
Gotcha.
Because choreography and stuff like that. And the foreshortening.
Yeah. I mean,
Not having 3D as an outlet just
These,
makes sense, you know?
these 2D animations, you're already kind of doing 3D camera movements anyways.
yeah, it's right
Yeah.
there.
So it
Yeah,
kind of
so-
makes sense that, I mean, even your 3D animations just look like your 2D animations,
Yeah,
to
exactly.
be honest.
Like, I'm gonna go back to
Yeah,
Brokers
yeah.
real quick.
So I think I feel like it's a natural decision
Oh my
to
God, wait.
go to
Brokers behind the
Blender.
scenes.
Yeah, was it kind of like a necessity that you moved over or got interested in 3D, or was there something that prompted you to kind of like get into 3D specifically?
Yeah, I think it was just a natural progression, just learning how to do it. Like first for backgrounds, but also just wait, I could do everything here, and then so I just started doing that. That's where the Blender course came from, the CGI course. Oh, and I graduated that, by the way.
Oh, nice. Good job, man.
Yeah.
When did you start that?
Oh, like 2022, I think.
Oh, dang. So that was a pretty long course then.
Yeah, 3 years.
Wow, my internet does not
Now I
like
have
me
a piece
right
of paper. Yay!
So what's your favorite kind of 3D program then? I mean, it's pretty obvious that where we're sitting.
now.
Kinda like
Where
mine.
are we? How did we get here?
Where are we? Help!
But yeah, like what would you recommend, I guess, and how did you kind of start your 3D journey, I'd say, when it comes to like programs and
I mean, obviously Blender. Like, no, you know what I was gonna say. But
oh yeah.
it's definitely the most beginner friendly, but it's still an annoying 3D program. Like, it needs to have fundamentally a lot of tools and stuff like that to work. So, moving over was definitely annoying.
Yeah.
A lot of YouTube tutorials, and then eventually the course.
Do you think
What was the
the
Sorry.
I say, like, do you think the course helped you a lot, or kind of like learning yourself through YouTube? Because I've tried the YouTube way, and there's tons of videos online about Blender. There's so many resources out there. But would you say there's like advantages of taking an actual like properly set course?
Yeah, well, again, there's the community and the deadlines. I think was a huge part of it. Like, brokers probably wouldn't exist as it does. Like, the rigs probably wouldn't exist without the course setting those guidelines or rubrics, or whatever they're called. So it's just having make someone else giving you the drive to achieve something.
That's so cool.
Oh
But yeah,
my God,
that's the thing. I think it's entirely possible to learn yourself, but you need the self-discipline to give yourself deadlines and projects, which not a lot of people can do.
Yeah. There definitely is enough resources out there on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Like, I was playing Perry Picao for rigging stuff sometimes
Uh-huh.
when I needed something specific.
What kind of like
Every now and
what kind of I mean I know you're still learning Blender in a sense, but do you kind of have any tips for new people getting into it?
Definitely set up the camera and plan whatever you're gonna do beforehand. Because this one time I was animating in 3D, and then I added the camera afterwards, and I couldn't show everything.
Oh really?
So yeah, just completely did not work. So definitely do that first. Sometimes just planning in 2D helps, honestly. 2D program with storyboards or an animatic.
Yeah, I saw that for
Brokers.
Brokers. Yeah, you had some 2D storyboards in there, or like an animatic, right?
Yeah, it's nice because you don't have to build anything in 3D, because that even basic stuff can take a while.
That's right. With because I know Blender animation, it's a lot of like asset making, right?
Asset making?
Yeah, like setting up the 3D backgrounds and the cameras and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, duh. Yeah.
Making the rigs, stuff like that before you can actually get started with the meat and potatoes.
A lot of building first. The mistake I made is because I split the files before I made the background like super refined, so I had to keep copy pasting assets. So don't do that.
Oh yeah,
I got some concept art.
So cool.
That is cool.
I love the breakdown. Speaking of brokers,
this was also part of the project.
Oh.
We had to do it behind the scenes.
Oh. I wanted to touch on that then too. Like, what is it like doing 3D for school, and are the projects challenging? Because I feel like you must have completely knocked this out of the park for school.
I mean, yeah, but not just because. Actually, no, it is because of the because of the previous experience. It just meant I had time to learn everything else a bit more.
Right.
I definitely wasn't the best student, but I was pretty comfortable.
That's good. I mean, I'm just glad that they let you rig a stick figure.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah,
that
that's
wasn't a
awesome.
problem.
Because when I was in 3D, they kind of forced me to make a character that I didn't want to make.
Oh.
Or they'd say, like, that doesn't have enough expressions, or, like, he needs fingers and stuff like that.
I'll show you.
Yeah, he doesn't.
yeah.
Watch him open this vault. Huh? See that in the vault stay closed? No, it didn't. It opened.
Yeah. I think he had a very good teacher, honestly.
Oh yeah, she was awesome. Shout out to. Probably shouldn't say their real name.
Shout out to you.
You.
Shout out to the person.
Credit to the person.
Credit the person.
Shout
Hey,
out
listen,
to Olivia
credit-
Smith, living on 126 Elevar Avenue.
I'm big on credit where
Oh yeah, she
credit's
works at
due.
Becker now. So.
But yeah, I'm glad that they kind of gave you the creative freedom to kind of make what you want and just let you run with it. And I think that has a lot to do with the actual teachers, because for me it was very restrictive, and that's why I kind of lost interest. 'Cause I did take a 3D course a long time ago, and yeah, it was very like systematic, and you had to make this character, and you had to do this and this and this, and it just wasn't fun for me. I wanted to make like stick figures and robots and ninjas and stuff.
Ninjas.
Like no ninjas. No ninjas.
I quit.
I quit. I don't want this. Which brings me to another point. Do you recommend other people to take classes for 3D, or should they just learn online, or what is your take on doing 3D schooling?
I mean, it's different for everyone, really. I think you absolutely can learn on YouTube, and it is kind of expensive, but like you get a community, you get to ask someone if you're stuck.
Yeah.
It doesn't work on YouTube. So it's like it's pros and cons. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like that's being in I don't even know what I'm trying to say here, but like I don't know. I get very passionate about the topic of school, but like school didn't really work out for me, and I don't feel like it ever would, because that's not the environment in which I learn the best. I'm very hands-on, which from what it sounds like, an animation class would obviously be much more hands-on, but I don't know. It still feels a little weird to me. It wouldn't be for everyone, but if that's the environment that you would learn best in, then of course, well, it is expensive, and it would help.
But trial and error is also a very good teacher. That's how I learned animation in the first place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Write that down.
Write that down.
Write that down. Write that down.
What would you say is the biggest thing that you learned while in school?
Hey man, person is watching this. You better answer this right.
Person, no. Olivia.
Olivia, 1, 2, 3,
no.
3.
We're sending this to them.
Send this to person.
Probably file management, like proper stuff.
True.
Ooh,
That's a
real.
good one.
Okay.
It's like, professional setting. How to troubleshoot properly. That was huge.
How to troubleshoot? What does that mean?
Well, it means like when something goes wrong, you can actually get to the root of the problem
Okay.
instead of having big workarounds and shitty
Yeah, that's the thing.
temporary solutions. I guess.
Because I've tried both methods, and if you do get something wrong, the teacher's literally right there, and they can just tell you what's wrong, troubleshoot with you.
Mhm.
But when you're learning by yourself and something goes wrong in Blender, you have no idea what the hell just happened, and you have to kind of
Computer
bounce your way
Yeah.
into figuring that out yourself.
Yeah. Troubleshooting is entirely different when you're completely by yourself. It's, I'm in trouble. Shoot.
Yeah.
Versus actually having someone to help go through the process with you and debug things that has knowledge readily available. So there's something to be said about that.
Oh yeah, especially with Blender, I think, because Blender has so many tools and so many things that you can do.
Yeah.
And if you press a button that you didn't realize what it does, and it puts it into like a mode where you don't know what it does and don't know how to get out of.
You just
Yeah.
suck forever.
You're just stuck.
It
I live here
sucks.
now.
I've been
I live here now.
I've been there,
Don't
and
know.
it's like I'm so lost.
What button did I press? Or it's like a combination of buttons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Sometimes it's just a combination of buttons, and you don't know what you did, and all of a sudden everything's red and wireframed. And it's got a bone sticking out of it. I'm like, oh hell
It's like
no.
loading or something.
Panic. Yeah.
Like,
So
wow.
I think in that aspect, having a teacher does have its benefits for sure. But that's why you join a community like freaking like Dylan Goose server. Very good community for 30.
Oh. Blender servers.
Yeah, Blender servers. But yeah, speaking of teaching, you have some tutorials yourself, right, TJB?
That was a good transition.
Damn
I
good
know,
transition.
Clean.
Man. What did you say?
You got some tutorials yourself, right?
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
got some animation
Oh, yeah.
tutorials.
Oh my god, sorry. Yeah.
Right?
I just felt like I knew enough to help people out who were struggling
And
to
they're-
make beginners and stuff like that.
They're really good too. I mean, I don't know if you work off of a script or like you kind of plan it out, but it's very well structured, your tutorials.
Yeah, I gotta discuss a script that I work out for a few weeks maybe. Like I make sure I have enough for a tutorial and then I can like bring it to the next
Yeah.
topic smoothly and all that. And, like,
Very well
flesh it out enough.
organized.
I do like that. I respect it too because there's way too many tutorials where people will just talk about random things and not even get to the point until like 30
They
minutes.
just ramble. I know they ramble.
But yeah, you have really good tutorials. Do you plan on making like? I mean, you have a lot of Flash tutorials. Do you have like Blender tutorials as well?
Oh, I might do. I had like a rig tutorial, but it was like how to really basically animate in Blender, and then also how to manage like navigate the rig.
Yeah.
So I could do more like focused Blender stuff, but I have to learn more. I think. I don't think I'm qualified.
For sure. I mean, I feel like your knowledge of just choreography is something that you definitely should share because it's kind of insane your knowledge of choreo specifically.
Like moving people around. Yeah, thank you. I am happy with it.
Yeah.
Here's my question.
No. So
I
anyway.
sorry. I have to ask this because I struggle a lot with tutorials. I don't learn from tutorials very well, but I also hate making them. What makes you what's the process you take for your tutorials to not only want to tell them, but to tell them in such a God, I'm trying to find the right words. My apologies. In such an easy to digest manner.
I don't know. I just feel like as a community, we should be helping each other a bit more than we are.
I agree, bro.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down. Write that down. Looks at camera. Write that down.
Write that down. Yeah, breaks the fourth wall.
Breaks the fourth wall. You there, Olivia.
Yeah.
I think I have an answer to that question.
Oh, please
Right.
tell me.
Go ahead.
I feel like we have an obligation to teach others because we didn't have those tutorials back then,
That's right.
Yeah. Well said.
especially for like stick figure tutorials. It was rough out there, man. There's nothing out there.
No.
Yeah, there was
Nothing.
like a whole community of animators using Flash had to learn about all these new things that Flash had to offer that the industry already knew, but we had no
Yeah.
idea.
Yep.
So
Yep.
most of the time when I'm making tutorials, I'm making it because it's something that I would have wanted back then when I was learning, pretty much.
Okay, wow.
That does make it easier to decide upon too, because you're able to personally think and look back. Like, I remember how hard it was for me learning this subject and figuring this out,
Yeah.
and now with what I know, I feel like I could teach my younger self exactly what I would have needed to hear to figure this out sooner.
Yeah.
And it's there's something to be said in the power of having that knowledge that you had to fight tooth and nail for, that you do kind of want to just give it out freely. You know, I get excited about that stuff when I figure something out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to fret and fuck around for like 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah,
Because the information's there. So here.
exactly.
Take it, bro. Take it.
Exactly. You pass the baton.
Yeah. I mean, if you've seen some of my newer tutorials, they're very short. And I kind of, I mean, people have said I kind of talk like I'm pissed off because I feel like I'm just talking to my younger self, you know, like, hey, you little shit, you listen to me,
Here,
understand, this is
listen
what you
here,
need to
idiot.
know, and you take this information, you become a god, you understand?
I feel like
Wipe your tears.
most people talking to their younger selves would be like, "Oh, you're gonna do so many great things, so many cool things." Or they give them advice. And it's like, "Listen here, you little fuck."
Yeah, let's hear it, dickhead.
Listen
Stop
to me.
struggling.
I'm saving you years of pain, you understand me?
Listen good. Okay.
Look what you did to me.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm definitely planning to make more tutorials this year for sure, just because of that. There's an obligation there.
Gotcha. And I'm currently working on a whole document detailing about how to host collabs and many different types of collabs.
Oh my god!
'Cause that is the
Okay.
one thing I can really provide a lot of insight on.
That is good, and also I need to talk to you about that later. Okay.
Yes. I can nerd out.
Okay.
It's the one thing I can properly nerd out over.
All right, next segue. All right.
You.
So TJB, you work for Alan Becker, right? You're one of the many.
No way.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yippee.
And I've heard from Hatena that you actually work on a lot of stuff for him. And what kind of got you that job in the first place? Like, what was the first kind of gig that you got? Just working in general, I guess, but especially Alan.
Yeah, I think that was the first like actual animation job I had. Was Alan Becker.
Oh yeah.
He threw me into the AVA Wanted. I think was when I started.
Uh huh.
He's just like, here's some angles, go nuts, bye. I was like, what the? What? So I thought I had to like redo all the effects. Like I wasn't allowed to steal assets or something like that. So I just remade the fire that he has in his hands, and then tried my best. Oh, it's clunky, but we figured it out. And now I've been doing like 3 years now. I think I've been working for him.
Oh wow.
Dang, 3 years.
Longer than you, Hatinor.
Yeah.
Hatinor?
I've been working on it. I just crossed 2 years.
Oh, so you've been there for a long time then. If it's been 3 years already.
Yeah, 3 years equals long time.
Wait, so
Blown.
how did you just like reach out to him, or did you kind of did you like apply?
So, back then, I think Alan was offering people like his current work is money to find someone that was also a good animator that would be hired. So I was reached out to. Fuck, I think it was Krylex.
Oh, okay,
Ah.
got it.
Shout out Krylex.
Got it. Man.
Yeah, what, bro?
Unfortunate.
A real one.
And then I think it was Broke Floor 2. He showed him that. Alan. And I was like,
Yeah.
Hey. Give a
Oh
job.
yeah, was it Broke Floor 2 or was it Broke Floor 1? Broke Floor.
Yeah, 2. It would have been 2.
Bloke.
Cool, that imported the video.
Floor.
That's really cool. I mean,
Oh, segue.
Oh,
here we go.
here we go.
Yay.
But that's cool. I like the fact that stick figure animators are finding work, like proper work now,
Mm-hmm.
because that's something that was never possible. And I feel like Alan is like such a natural, good transition into working as a job
Yeah.
for our community specifically, because it's such a specific skill set that you need.
It really is. It really is.
Because for the longest time, you know, people, I mean, my family members especially, they're like, why are you animating stick figures? You can't make money doing stick figures for the rest of your life. But I feel like now you kind of can. Like
You
it's
definitely
not
can.
it's not an impossibility anymore. You know?
No.
Yeah, and to be fair, Alan's also not the only person hiring stick figure animators. I've recently been getting people trying to hire me over on Twitter and places like that, on email. But I don't take any of them personally. But I have noticed that they're coming in much more frequently.
Yeah,
They're coming.
They're coming.
but that's really cool. I mean, do you what's the workload like right now when it comes to working with him? Do you have a lot of jobs with him still, or is it kind of
Yeah, it's
You
definitely
just-
been growing. I asked for a raise because of that, but yeah, no.
Mm.
There's,
yeah, that's good. I mean, why not?
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
But, because before it was just 2D, and then in betweening, and then keyframing, and then animatics. You know, like moving up the chain, the ladder, or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Do you do
now, of
3D
course,
stuff
since I've
too?
started- since I've started 3D, he's got me doing that.
Oh yeah.
Not so much though, because there are definitely better people for it already in the team. But I
Yeah.
know enough to be useful. And now recently he started me doing choreography. So that's fucking
Let's
awesome. I love
go.
that.
Yeah.
Yo.
And you also help write some of our YouTube shorts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like I've also
forgot.
like you're one of the only animators who Alan like trusts to
sure.
consistently.
Really?
do this, yeah.
Oh.
So it's
That's
typically
funny.
our other
Skim.
director / writer Skim that writes like most of them. We had other writers on the shorts team, but they went on to do other things. And then we were
Yeah.
like, all right, let's try other animators and see if maybe give them a shot, see if they can write funny
Crazy.
stuff. And I think you were the one that stuck out the most. So Alan just keeps telling me to give you them, or Natester, the lead. But still,
That's awesome.
That's very cool.
I did not know that. That's cool.
yeah,
My ego is bigger now.
you're just so great and awesome in every way.
Give me more jobs.
Do you have like a favorite project that you've worked on for Alan so far?
Oh, maybe.
I like that
That's
question.
tough. It's
I mean, it was right here on the list. I just read it.
Oh,
I'm
I
just
still
reading
like
the
it.
you're a genius.
I'm just
Am I
reading.
not allowed to like it now? Oh.
I'm just reading my lines, bro.
Man, I'm just reading this thing.
Controversial.
Look, man, I'm just reading this.
Either the King, the episode 30,
Mm-hmm.
or AVA 12, which is in the works right now.
Oh, yeah,
Because of the
I
choreo.
can't pull that one up. Yeah,
Oh, why not?
It's like
because I would get in so much trouble, Hyun.
dude, Alan doesn't watch this. Just bring him a couple
Oh,
seconds, bro.
but do you know how much of his community watches this? Way more than you
it's kind of
think.
scary.
Bro, nobody
Oh,
watches
yeah.
this podcast.
Okay, can we talk about that real quick? Alan's
We talk
fan
about
base
Alan's fan.
scares the hell out of me sometimes. Because when I used to stream consistently, especially when I got hired originally, I started like saying small things about working for Alan, and then suddenly like there were people on his public community server and his like members server that had like documents and like bullet points of things that I would say about working for Alan. Like they are insane.
What?
Like there's some diehard fans, and some of them are watching this right now, I'm sure.
I did notice a little bit of that on Twitter.
Yeah, they're a little rabid sometimes. But,
Like,
They're scary.
yeah, they're a little scary. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Fan
see.
animation I made. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you made a fan animation?
No, they did. The
Oh, they
fans
made it. Oh, they
was, like,
did.
insanely good.
Yeah, let's ask.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
ask the chat.
There was a. We're really derailing, but I want to tell this one story.
Yep.
During the influencer arc, where our green stick figure becomes an influencer, there was a couple of our fans got really good at replicating our style, and they made for the influencer arc. We gave the green stick figure his own YouTube channel, his own Instagram, his own TikTok, and those were the only 3 that we had planned to do for any of the stick figures. And then this person makes a fan animation and channel for the yellow stick figure, and people thought it was real.
Oh, wait, that's kind of cool though.
It's cool, but like it kind of messed with the lore that we were trying, like because it was very ARG-esque, like it was very heavily community interactive, and we were worried that that animation was going to mess with what we had planned. Thankfully, it didn't, and undermined the lead for the project at the time. Just proved that on Twitter around the time that it released, but like that is just one example of how crazy they can get. Like it's insane.
Yeah, I see people on Twitter kind of making up little theories and stuff and posting screenshots.
Oh yeah, they're always doing that.
And it has like 1K likes. I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah. 1,000 people reading that. Like,
And then there's like 50 comments under that of them like talking about their own theories. I'm like, gee. Oh,
do
crazy.
you remember Hatana? Alan had like a leak or like a teaser of the Newgrounds, all the profiles and stuff.
Oh yeah, that
one of them was Mitzi, and then it was like 1 in 200 or something, and then all the fans were like, "Oh, yeah, that one's new."
Yeah, we do we do a monthly newsletter. A small ad. If you go to alanbecker.store or wherever it is, you go to his store, you can subscribe to his newsletter where we give out like behind the scenes content and teasers for future episodes. But I run half of it. I pretty much provide all of the behind the scenes content, and then me and Alan collaborate to figure out what to tease for the community. And yeah, for one of them, I put together. I grabbed like a screenshot. I had to edit it a little bit too, of that one shot in our most recent episode, Victim, and it was just this huge list of Newgrounds video titles and icons next to them, and there were three of those videos were made up for the video, and somehow the community found all of them so fast. Like they picked them out so quickly, and it was like a list of like 200, maybe 300 items.
They just looked at all of them.
Bro, what are they feeding these
kids? So if there's any feral Alan Becker fans in the chat, please let us know. We want to know your process.
Yeah, if there's any feral Alan Becker fans in the chat, please know you scare me.
You scare me. You're scary.
You scare me, but also thank you for being interested. It's really cool.
I love you from that far away, okay?
Yeah, yes, I love you. Like stay like
stay
a good few miles away from me, but you know. All right.
Oh, that's great.
Well, should we transition into our feature?
Yes, we should. Feature plus questions, yes?
Yes, feature plus questions.
Yeah, questions.
So if you all have questions, if you're watching this live, you can use that bubble in chat that says ask your questions. Feel free to ask any question that you have for TJB or any of us here on the cube. And then we'll review them and we'll answer them after this featured animation. I should have gotten this pulled up before I went on that whole spiel. That's my bad.
Wing Chun join.
Yes, Wing Chun join. This is a collaboration hosted by Balinar15. They released it in November of 2024. It's pretty good. It is a little difficult to see, I will say.
That was my only gripe.
Yeah, so I'll play it. Stone, have you seen this?
I have not seen this, not in its entirety. I've seen a bunch of bits and pieces from things people released or while they were working on it, but I have not seen it in its entirety, no.
Gotcha. TJB, have you seen this?
I think so.
All right.
I remember having to look for your part. It's kind of
Oh, yeah. I also didn't do Wing Chun at all. But that's besides the point. Okay, wait. I can actually unmute this one. Wait.
Instructions
Whoa.
not clear.
Okay,
Wing Chun
let me
joint. What
pause
does that
this.
mean anyway?
All right. Here we go.
Oh man, I love Wing Chun. I should have joined this.
Yeah, that's probably what I mean. Ascar. It's them.
Let me just double check.
There they
Okay, no,
is.
we're good.
There it is. Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love how they integrated everyone's names in the background. That was
Yeah.
Really cool.
aesthetically pleasing. And it's somehow
I
so
just-
clear despite it all being obstructed.
Yeah.
Who the boom?
I really wish they rim lighted the like everyone's stick figures. That would have been so cool.
They did. It's just such. It's not a very
It's
clear
faint.
rim light. It's very faint.
Like a hard rim light. Would have
Yeah, it needed to be much more
been
clear.
sick.
Because like depending on the device, you might not be able to see what's going on at all.
Oh, the
Does-
crunchy sound
yeah.
effect.
Oh yeah, they didn't have the right flash settings.
Yep, yep.
Oh,
Play along.
Draco.
Wait, Draco's in
Yeah,
this?
Draco's
the
on there.
heck?
This is on the Dojo channel, yeah.
What the hell?
Mr. Community.
And then here's me not understanding what Wing Chun means.
It looks good though.
Thank you.
I know him.
XR. Oh man. I can't
love
see
it.
anything.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Wow, I think this is cool, but I can't tell.
this is great. Probably.
It does give it a very cool vibe.
I do like it.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I like it.
And I think it was a very interesting choice to have no music and just be random.
Oh yeah.
I
I, think
love
that was a very
That was
good
a
choice.
great choice.
Yeah.
Sells
Big
the
fan of
energy
that.
so well.
It does.
So good.
Get over here.
Hey, that ain't Wing Chun.
Hey, I'm not the only one. Oh, thank
What
God.
the hell? Oh, Wing Chun. I thought it was Wing Gun. My bad. I misunderstood.
JH.
Oh man, there you go.
Oh, that's so good.
I love him.
Ooh. Robbie. I love
Good old
Robert.
Robbie. Yo, Robbie can go hard when he wants
Robbie.
to, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait. What was going on with the audio there? Did that happen to you guys? It was left, right, left, right, left, right. Like
Yeah.
the panning was interesting right at the end there.
Let me run that back.
Yeah. Listen to the panning.
Yeah, I think I moved too far back. We'll just keep watching.
Got a little anxiety in there.
Yeah. What was that?
Ooh.
Here co-
Interesting.
Why did it do that? That was cool, but made me nervous. It makes me nervous.
Scary.
Very nice.
Spoopy.
It's such a nice one.
Panning audio.
But yeah, definitely. I think they could have improved everything by, making things more visible.
Wing Chun 1 asterisk coming up.
Yeah, I mean, I really dig the aesthetic that they were going for.
It's very
yeah.
neat.
Yeah.
Very good job. Everyone involved. Very good.
Fantastic job. All right, I am getting some of these questions laid out properly. So, Hyun or Stone, if you want to dive in and ask some ones that catch your eye, feel free.
Okay. Let's see what we got here.
I'm gonna delete some.
Yeah, go ahead.
On the topic of hyperphantasia and aphantasia, can you imagine
yes.
movement?
Oh yeah, very vividly. I can play out entire I'm on like the hyper Fantasia scale, which is like you're able to build perfect scenes in your head. And I could like mine is so far that I could do like I have TV shows that play in my head if I get bored. So I can entertain myself if there's
What?
like, nothing going on. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. I mean, they're all
You
very
can watch
personalized.
TV in your
to me.
head.
I pretty much, you know, the movie that I'm making, that I've been making for the last like 2 years.
Oh my god!
I came up with the movie just by daydreaming it and visualizing it in like 2 hours, and then I was like, okay, I have to make it.
So you just stared at a wall for 2 hours, and it was
I more just go on autopilot. Like if I'm doing a very repetitive task, or
Oh, okay.
like if I'm just in the shower, then I just let it go. It's like free TV. It's great.
I've got a question.
Yes.
RS asks, have you used other 3D programs like Maya or Autodesk? And if so, what are your thoughts on them?
we did use Maya in school a little bit, and then we had the option to use it more if we wanted. It's a damn good animation tool. It's just very, very advanced. And I got scared.
You got scared?
But it has-
Did it-
I got scared of Maya.
It is
Oh.
scary.
Okay.
I've used it
It has
too.
some really, really useful I can see why it's industry standard, because like
Yeah.
there's so many tools specifically for like industry workloads, I think.
I think Maya's used a lot because you can. Well, I don't know if this is true, but the industry has like their own Maya plugins that they use
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
to kind of make everything a lot easier. And Maya makes that possible. You can just add scripts to your thing, and then it pretty much is like a button that just does stuff for you, like shortcuts, but like advanced shortcuts, I'd say.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See when there's more. Like Pixar, I think has that. They have so many mods that it just is a different program.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Maybe you can do the same thing, but I think they use Maya just because there's already so many things that are better.
Yeah, I mean Maya is the older program, right? Like the more mature program.
It
for
is.
sure.
Yeah, I remember Maya from back in the day when before Blender was being mentioned. I never touched either program, but I do remember hearing about Maya like earlier on in my animation career.
Yeah. So I think a lot of the industry has their Maya so like dialed in and customized that it's just not worth moving to Blender, even if it. I mean, we're technically a better program or not.
That would be really intimidating, moving to a studio and being really comfortable in Blender and then having to take on potentially a studio who's been using Maya for like 20 years and refining it to exactly their specific workload. That would be
Yeah.
that'd be rough, man.
Yeah.
That's why we had to learn Maya, just so that we had some ground to walk on
True. Yeah.
in that kind of industry.
Then I'm glad that they did
Well, I
that.
imagine they
then-
teach us anyway if they like modified it to hell.
Right.
Kind of mean if they didn't.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, so you have an hour. Okay, bye.
You have an hour. Good luck. This your
Yep.
career rides on this. What are these shortcuts? Yeah.
What does this button do?
What does this button do? Oh my god, everything's red lines. Help!
Stuck again. Teacher, help.
Good luck.
I have a question.
Yar.
Abaruz asks, what were the tutorials that helped you most while learning to animate?
I think Hyun and Becker had some good ones.
Oh, Beppler, yeah, dude.
Beppler.
And
He was very
Beppler.
talky and improvised. It's just like longer when it didn't need to be. But he was good. I think I learned a couple of things from him. And then you with your
Beppler,
combo, that was cool.
yeah, but Beppler also dived into Blender pretty hard
Oh.
before he kind of went and did his own thing. So
Like,
yeah,
before
if
you-
you want to look up Beppler's tutorial, you just search Flash Beppler. He has a lot of tutorials on his channel.
Oh yeah. Blood and flips and stuff.
Good question.
RS asks, have you used other 3D programs like Maya
That's-
or Autodesk?
That was my question.
Oh, well, I just stole it.
No, I mean you just answered. That's what we're talking
Oh,
about.
yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
Yeah,
So they,
yeah, yeah.
oh,
Oh,
they
that was up
asked,
Yeah.
Okay, they asked in multiple places, so it got in here multiple times. My bad.
Oh, okay. No worries. It was a good question.
Yeah, it was a good question.
Yeah, I've used my.
I ignored you because I didn't want to hear you talk.
He was. I get it.
Co-host saying that to other co-hosts.
I just really don't like you. You just kind of annoying.
So many words, dude.
You're just really annoying to work with, and also
you're so loud.
I know.
No one cares about your tornado, okay?
I'm kidding. I love you, Stone.
We love you, Stone. Please join my collab.
Stone, if I ask you to join another stuntman, if I do another stuntman, you are joining.
Okay.
You don't have a choice.
I don't have a choice.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Okay.
you're joining.
Telling me.
Yeah. Okay. Pardon me. A&R Anims asks to TJB, what Blender version do you often use, and do you have any suggestions on how to render 3D backgrounds in a 2D style?
Ooh. I can show you a setup at some point. It's just like it takes the principal BSDF or something, and then like flattens it so it turns it into one color or two colors depending on the color ramp. But anyway, it's shit. I forgot again. Man, my memory is awful. What the fuck?
Sorry.
All right, time to be put in the nursing home.
I'm becoming old.
Meet you there, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Hyun. What's the rest of the question?
Yeah, the question was, do you ever consider? No, that was a different question. My bad. What Blender version do you often use, and do you have any suggestions on how to render 3D background in 2D style?
Right. Okay. So I use 4.2 now because the version of Eevee is just better.
Oh yeah.
Like it's faster and all that, and you can do reflections a bit better. But also because of my render preferences, it's like I don't need the hyper realistic shit because it's just stick figures.
Yeah.
So definitely 4.2. It was annoying having 4.1. I remember in school because it updated halfway through when we were working on it, and then it was updated.
Disgusting.
Yeah, so that was an issue.
Do you know about Dylan Goo's Goo engine?
Right, yeah. I do, but I'm not sure how useful that would be for me, being like a stick figure instead of like an animator.
True. I mean, it's like specifically built for simpler things, like simpler animations that don't need 3D, like realistic lighting and stuff. So maybe it could help.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But the rigs that I've made, what if they don't carry over?
I don't know, dude. I don't know how it works, but I don't know. Maybe get into it. Maybe we'll bring Dylan into an episode.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That'd
like
be cool.
that idea.
Elon Goo?
Yeah, me and Dylan go way back. I can bring him
Alright.
in for sure.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
Not if I get him first.
I know him.
I know him.
I know him.
My friend Dylan.
All right.
Devon.
DeLongo.
DJ Animations asks, did you ever consider to be a physics major or thought about it, considering your knowledge of physics of objects?
I thought about teaching. Okay, well, I was pretty damn good in physics in high school, so that's where that knowledge comes from.
That
I guess.
explains it, bro.
That explains a lot.
It's like all those equations and stuff. Yeah, I never really stopped calculating shit like that. But man, I just like animation too much.
Nerd.
It just got too academic.
Good answer.
Yeah.
But no,
All
physics
right.
is really interesting.
The Pikachu Boy and Friends asks, probably for Hyun, what's the password for the website? Just wondering.
Hey, man. Keep guessing.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, lock me out.
Keep guessing.
Yeah. Keep guessing.
Lock me
Website's
out.
down. There's nothing in the other end, man. There's nothing over there.
There's nothing.
The grass isn't greener. There's no grass.
There's no
Pay
grass.
me $50, I tell
No
you.
grass. $50.
50. Yeah.
50
DM
bucks,
me.
you figure it out.
I'll take some money. Got some money? I'll take
All right, we'll do two more here.
Okay.
Lemonio asks, what made you change the broke floor lore? Because now there's 2 broke floors, ones, which we did kind of touch on earlier, but
Kind of
Good question.
covered it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
first one didn't have a story. The second one kind of did, but then after that, I was like, okay, I need to sort something out here because I can't just improvise the whole thing. So,
Yeah.
I wrote a story like properly, and then that kind of extends into Whiplade. But anyway, that required the first one to be different, so I changed it.
Gotcha. All right, and lastly, from Nextld Content, another question for TJB. How'd you come up with your iconic red stick figure design? Which I would argue is more like of a salmon color, but...
It's like hot pink.
Yeah, is it just like a favorite color?
Yeah, I just like the color.
Oh, okay.
Good color.
Did I
There you
invent hollow heads? I don't think I did.
No, Alan did, I think. No, wait, maybe that. Hollow
What the
head.
fuck
like
is
it.
that?
I like how your face is a different red.
I like how your face is different red.
I like
All
the
right,
face.
moving on.
I like your face.
It's a good character design.
I like how your face
I like-
has no.
I like how your
Lazy
face.
Yeah, wait. How are you talking right now?
It's telepathic. You guys didn't get that?
She's not telepathic. No. Like, where is your face just like really small?
I actually have a speaker underneath my leg.
Oh.
And that's recording the- it's like text to speech.
Wait,
Bluetooth.
are you even real?
That's not real, man.
You're asking that in Blender.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Are you
fair.
Fair.
That's fair. All right. Well,
Voice
I
of-
think I think let's get existential once we end the podcast here.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yep. Okay, so it's time for our best, most organized part, which is the end. This is the outro. Welcome to the outro, everyone. Thank you for making it this far. But for those of you who are joining us in the future, when this is a video on the YouTube video, please leave a comment on something you'd like to remember from this episode, and join us next week for episode 27 with
27.
Oh.
an iceberg. It's going to be an
Yes.
iceberg
Who's that?
event. It's not a
Oh.
person. It's a thing.
You know those iceberg memes that people make videos about detailing lore of certain communities or subjects. We're doing that, but for the stick figure community, primarily Dojo and Stick Page.
Oh man, dude,
Gasp.
that iceberg goes down deep. I'm pretty
It
sure.
does. I was telling
It
I was
goes.
telling them all before the podcast started today that in the last 3 days while I've been making this iceberg, I've learned so much more about this community than in the last 9 years I've been in it.
Oh my god.
Like, it goes so far deep. It is very fascinating. But I'll be turning the next 2 episodes into a game show related to this iceberg. So look forward to that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Oh yeah, no, you
I don't
two
wanna-
are gonna be fighting each other.
Oh, I don't want to get voted off the island, dude.
All right.
So yeah, that's it. Thank you, TJB, for joining us. This is a wonderful episode.
Thank you for having me.
And
Goodbye.
Thank you, man.
yes.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye
Goodbye.
guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody. Hey, goodbye. Listen, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hey.